see if we can get the best lighting here. There we go. Cool. Okay. So I wanted to talk about an older game, and it was for the PlayStation 1, and I'm not really sure if you guys remember this or not, but they did make a Simpsons wrestling game for the PlayStation 1. Frankly, I would give it like a 4 out of 5. Yeah, you can be most of the characters off of The Simpsons on this game, but there was a few characters that were kind of missing that you kind of had to get codes for way back in the day to be able to use. Now, there are other games by The Simpsons, such as Hit and Run, and I think there's even a racing game, which I think was like kind of like taxi themed, basically. Kind of like Crazy Taxi. My favorite Simpsons game, though, honestly, was the old arcade game that was for Sega Genesis. Mostly because it was just a button mashing game, and you basically just got to run around and just beat up most of the villains. Now, Bart, in that game, you could use a skateboard. Lisa could use her saxophone. Marge, I believe, you could use like a vacuum cleaner or something. Essentially, the original game for the arcade was Maggie basically gets kidnapped, and the Simpsons have to essentially come through all these different levels, beating these characters to basically save her. It took me a very long time when I was a kid to actually beat it. The same thing with the Simpsons wrestling video game. I would recommend checking out all these games. I think that they're well worth it. I'll show you the back of this. Hang on. We can see the artwork here. Okay, there we go. We'll zoom in. Okay. There we go. And here's some of the pictures, as we can say. So I just wanted to give you guys heads up that this is one of the games that they did have for the PlayStation that was pretty decent as a Simpsons game. There were a few other ones that were for the NES as well. Now, again, those are not bad games, but you also have to consider that the graphics were like not even what we're at now. So, if you don't mind the graphics, the gameplay is actually pretty decent. But this has been the Simpsons video game review. Again, I would recommend all of these titles. I think that they're well worth playing. And I think in the other review I'm going to do, we may even play this game. So, heads up. So, peace, everybody.